All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. It is 7 p.m., and I call the November 10th, 2025 School Board meeting to order. The Holmen Board of Education and the School District of Holmen acknowledge that our schools are located on the ancestral homelands of the Ho-Chunk, Sauk and Fox, and Dakota peoples. We celebrate and honor these lands and their sacred significance to Indigenous peoples. Also, in recognition of Veterans Day tomorrow, the Holmen Board of Education and the School District of Holmen honor the courage and sacrifice of our nation's veterans who have served selflessly to protect our freedoms. We express our deepest gratitude for their service and the lasting impact they have made on our community. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board Clerk Maggie Smith, would you please call the roll?
Bridget Todd Robbins.
Here.
Barb Wunsch.
Here.
Abigail Holte.
Here.
Jennifer Deek.
Here?
Khadijah Islam.
Here.
Chris Lau.
Here.
Lindsay Need. Here. Maggie Smith here.
All right, with 7 of the 7 board members present, I declare a quorum. I note that the agenda has been posted, distributed, and sent to the local media. With this in mind, are there any changes to this agenda? I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as published.
So moved.
Chris has moved.
Second.
Khadijah has seconded to approve the agenda as published. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve the agenda as published, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The motion to approve the published agenda has passed. And we do not have any public participation this evening. Moving on to recognition and thank yous. Dr. Mueller.
Yeah, this next week is American Education Week, and it's the time we take to celebrate public education and honor the individuals who are making a difference in all of our children's lives. So just want to make sure that we take time to say thank you to all those that are basically those difference makers in public education throughout not only the Holmen School District, but throughout the nation. And then also, if you didn't notice, we do have a new district website. And really the reasoning behind that is we wanted to ensure that it was accessible to all in that. So by moving to the new platform, there's many more features to ensure that anybody and everybody can access information and be able to see what's happening within the school district. And if there's anybody that has some comments or sees something that isn't working, they can reach out to Travis Udell, and he'll make those changes. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to reports and discussion. Item 8.1, Executive Director of Instructional Services, Kim Edwards, will present the field experience contract for UW-Whitewater. This item will appear on the November 24th consent agenda.
Good evening. So we have a field experience contract for your consideration tonight. This is an agreement with the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. It is a partnership that we currently have. It would allow us to continue to place clinical students and student teachers with our school district. If approved, it would be an annually I'm losing the word here. It's going to automatically renew every year until 3 years, at which time we would bring it back to the board again for your consideration. We can exit the agreement at any time. Any questions on this?
Okay, any questions?
Okay.
No questions, thank you. All right, moving on to item 8.2, Executive Director of Student Services Jill Mason will now present the MOU with Western Technical College for an occupational therapy assistant. This item will appear on the November 24th consent agenda.
All right, so this is very similar to Kim's. We partner with Western for the Certified Occupational Therapy Assistant program, and so that means they're able to place students with us to learn for that position and through that program, and it's usually a 5-year reoccurring MOU, and so this, I couldn't believe it, but we were up on the 5 years, so just asking for permission to continue that partnership. We've had a lot of great certified occupational therapy assistants come through here.
All right, any questions? No questions, thank you. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. For the consent agenda, the board has been furnished with background materials of each item or as discussed it at a previous meeting. These will be acted upon with one vote without discussion. Would any board member like to pull an item out of the consent agenda to be discussed and or voted on separately? I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided.
So moved.
Motion by Maggie,
I'll second.
second by Chris. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, moving on to the board debrief. I will call upon board members and ask you to present any comments or committee reports you have. And tonight we will start with Bridget.
Sure. Well, Maggie and I had the great pleasure of attending last Thursday the YWCA Tribute to Outstanding Women. And we were just surprised and delighted to see that one of our very own students from Holmen High School, Emerson Stranglestein, was honored with an Outstanding High School Student Award. She gave a wonderful speech that really exemplified, leadership and inclusivity, empowerment, and I just think she was just a wonderful example of our district's values around, belong, serve, and succeed. So it was really, really an honor to see her.
Very cool. All right, Barb.
Yes, Finance Committee met this evening before the regular board meeting. The committee reached a consensus on the referendum resolution that will be sent to the board in an upcoming meeting.
All right, Abigail.
This week we had a lot of successes, especially with our Fall Recognition Assembly being today, where we get to hear from all the athletics from the fall season and even some of our activities, even though those usually get to discussed at the spring meeting. But we have theater going on from sectionals to state on November 21st for their one act. And then our OHA co-op swim team had a relay team for the 200-meter freestyle race with Lydia Foster, a senior, and Annalie Wolf, a freshman, going on. And the successes of all these programs and our assembly today and our assembly tomorrow for Veterans Day just really exemplifies our goals as a district and as a school, really, as we push forward in community and celebrating each other, which is always a goal from the administrative team.
All right, thank you. Khadijah.
I don't really have anything to add tonight.
All right, Chris.
Same.
Lindsay.
Just want to thank all the veterans in the district and community, and also just wanted to add about the website changes that I really do love the website and easier. I always thought it was hard to find things, and especially this calendar, the most frequent thing you maybe go to look at. What are the holidays? And just found it really easy to navigate. So as a parent, I appreciate that. So thanks to everybody that put work into that.
Okay, thank you. Maggie.
A couple of things I had on my list have already been mentioned. So yes, also recognition to Emerson. It was really great to hear a Holmen High School student recognized at that event. Gratitude to veterans. I wanted to note the cybersecurity grant from Wisconsin Emergency Management that we received. I thought that was really exciting. Certainly a threat for everyone these days is cybersecurity. And then also wanted to note that the Wellness Committee met on November 5th. And really the focus of this first meeting was to develop some annual goals around nutrition and physical activity. One of our biggest goals for the year, I think, is going to be around creating an online repository. So that fits nicely with the new website. So more to come on that. And then we also conducted the annual policy review for wellness. I think that's it for me.
Okay, thank you. I was able to partake over the last couple of weeks in some of the activities here in the district. I went both to the ASL semifinal and championship games. They did lose against West Salem in the championship game, but the ASL team had a great season. And I did get a chance to see volleyball in regionals here before they went on to sectionals, which they also had a great season as well. And then tomorrow, I will be joining everybody at the middle school for the Veterans Day Assembly, and I will be speaking there and offering the welcome to the assembly. So maybe I'll see some of you there. Moving on to item 10.3. Board members have been provided with a link to the board self-evaluation. If you have not already completed the evaluation, please do so by November 30th. Also, please note that included in the board materials was a copy of the Type A election notice that will be published in the November 25th La Crosse Tribune. So please take a look at that. Our upcoming board meeting schedule on November 15th from 10 to noon, we are having an open house with ribbon cutting ceremonies, beginning at the Holmen Middle School and then moving to Viking and then lastly to Evergreen. So you're welcome to attend if you're interested. And then on November 24th, there is a board meeting at 7 p.m. On December 1st, we have a board workshop at 5 p.m. On December 3rd, we have a policy committee meeting at 5 p.m. And then on December 8th, we have an Excellence in Education Committee meeting at 5 p.m., followed by a regular board meeting at 7 p.m. And then our last regular board meeting of the calendar year will take place on December 22nd. So is there any other business that needs to come before the board at this time? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Chris has moved.
Second.
Khadijah has second to adjourn the meeting at 7:11 p.m. Motion carried. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.